Well, yes. Alright, I already wondered why the picture changed here, so of course we have a new month. Right. I wonder when I did that. Probably yesterday. The day before yesterday. Maybe more sensible way of saying it. So, that is that works. This one also would work. I can put you to the side so you're not in my way. That would be very nice, yes. So, we have all of this. Now give me a second here, this is going to take a while. I've actually need to prepare a little bit. Then again, we have all the time in the world. After all, it's a new year. The year is still very long, so... no rush. Gives me the opportunity to finish a few things up before I actually start playing games, because I actually had to with one of my little beloved employees about tomorrow and who is gonna do what. And if things go well, and I don't expect him to go well, I will actually have something like a weekend, you know? Normal one. With a Saturday and a Sunday of free time, so that sounds pretty damn nice. Means I can actually get some cleaning done, well, you know. It's a new year, and I would very much like to start on a good note, so to speak. Just be lucky that you don't hear me furiously clicking at stuff and waiting for things to happen. Actually, did I take care of this one? I don't think so, Jack. God fucking damn it. Yes, I'm well aware. I'm an idiot. I don't not need to point that one out. I'm well aware. And now you're annoying me with some news, apparently. Jesus fucking Christ, I don't even care. But if Heidi was interested, apparently I'm getting annoyed by the news of somebody dying, which is also very rare considering how many people there are, and affected daily. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people die. But of course, once they reach a certain prominent stage, suddenly we are all supposed to care. You know, I really don't get that point. I'm damn well aware that when I die one day, as, well, you know, everybody does, my closest will probably care about that. Quite a bit, actually. Family, friends, you know. Do you actually think that some, let's say, celebrity will shed even a single tear, a single raised brow over the news of your death? No, of course they don't. Why should they? Exactly. Useless point. And as such, why should I do that sort of thing? Why should I care? I think that's actually a very, 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 very good point to make, you know. Now let me see if I can actually find this one and get it installed while nobody's looking. Because, you know, I'm not even here, you don't know me, da-di-da-di-da. Wait, did I actually... God damn it. Get your mind together in work fashion. That isn't the one I was looking for. Chapter, yes sir. Well, don't worry, it can only be an hour or so until actually something happens. For fuck's sake. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, let me see here. It's not that one. Living hell. Let's say pull it. Why are you hiding it from me? Oh, I don't want that one. That's... well... Oh, right, I need that one because... oh, fucking hell, yes, it's now, I remember. Oh god, yes. Don't mind me, I'm just doing something that nobody needs to know about. But there's also one reason why I don't let you watch, because when you're browsing, for example, mods, there's quite a chance that you will see something that is mostly, yeah, like this one, not so very safe for work, so we should probably stay wide away from that one. Where the fuck did that? Well, in this case it's not you, me. There it is. You fucker, you hit very damn well. Not well enough, mind you. Now, how long is this going to take? Hopefully not very long. I still have hope, you know. Then again, my hopes have been dashed quite often. So you kinda get used to it as you grow older. You stop being in so much of an idealistic kind of person once you realize that that doesn't really lead to results. Now, Discord, go away. I don't like you. You sit in my vicinity and in my view at the worst possible time. Now. This is all there, yes, and I need this in there too. As soon as this is done, we can actually get started. So, do excuse me. Let me actually write a note here. Good. So, just for your personal information's sake, since all of this actually going to... what the fuck? Am I just stupid? Yes, I am just that stupid. Oh, fucking hell. Well, you didn't hear this. I'm not stupid. I'm very, very smart. What was I trying to say? Oh, right. You see, since all of this nice little stuff here is going at some point on YouTube's, and considering that the average attention span of your typical YouTube browser is somewhere around 5 to 10 seconds, or maybe 15 if they are feeling very lazy, I will kinda have to make a note here to cut out a bit of the start. See it as a bit of a bonus. You can listen to my angelic voice a bit more while you're here on Twitch. Isn't that nice? Quite the bonus, isn't it? Come on. Yes, I will shut up about that. Now this happens. Now that also means that I need to restart you, doesn't it? Yes, it actually means exactly that. Put you out. Put you out. Yes, game, shut up. I know you want to start, but I don't want you to start yet. Good. Now we have done this, and that means it should be good to go. As soon as I'm finished here, that is. But quite interesting, isn't it? A new year again. After 2020, I do wonder how this one is gonna turn out. I mean, you know, even though everybody is bitching and moaning rather drastically, personally, I'm still rather interested how this is going to end in the long run. I mean, the lockdown and all of that is really not a good thing for the, well, pretty much everybody, but the basic industry. is probably going to suffer quite a bit. Now, as I know from personal experience, when big companies suffer monetary losses, or at least it's not even losses actually, it's just they didn't meet the quota of growth. Basically, well, the upstairs says we want 10% more and your department only gets 5% more. That's usually around the time when they start considering cutting short a little bit. Not a nice day to be in. Now even I, as a very small company, do think kinda like this. Though not to that much really, well, I do like my employees. Despite some, conflicts along the way, I am not really intending on firing people just because the time aren't that rosy, as long as I can help it. But even I can see my numbers going down a bit this year. There's a problem. If people stay at home and order stuff online, then how is a small little company with a store supposed to make money? I can't make money, I can pay my employees. And if I can pay my employees, I need to fire them. That's a pretty damn sad set of affairs if it comes to this. Well, and again, I'm not an economic expert or anything. Sure that some of these big guys are, well, I'm sure they have some ideas in their little heads. If these are good or not, let's just say I sometimes find them to be a bit far away from the actual realities of running a store and basically running a small business. You know, get wrong, there are lots of small businesses that can operate from home. They're pretty much 1 or 2 man units. That's something I can see working even in this time very well, but yeah, that's sadly not how everything runs. Also, it's a bit of a nice interaction between the small and the big ones. There are lots of small ones, and the small ones buy from the big ones, and then sell stuff to the, the end customer, which is all nice and dandy, yes, but well, what do you do if we reduce the number of this by half? Well, it will preferably enhance the rise of the online trade. Sure. Now the question in that area would be, is that actually something we want to happen? Personally, I'm not too sure. I mean, I have no problem. The idea of changing my business model around a bit and becoming an mostly online and delivery kind of company, sure, we can do this. Potentially, it would take a bit of work, yes, and few changes here and there, yes, but possible, yes. But there will be a lot lost in it. And I do believe that quite a bit of what is gonna be lost is only really gonna be seen once it's actually passed. Well. Then again, as I said before, I'm no expert, and luckily I'm not supposed to make decisions on that kind of scale. Honestly, just making decisions on a scale of 1 small snow is already quite a responsibility. But something you want to do necessarily, but something you can kinda get used to. Now, since everything is looking rather well, and try to restart the game, if that should work, I will say that we might actually be golden. Well, it all means that the next today, tomorrow, the day after that, we might actually be able to play a bit more. If that is the case, then I might actually try to tackle the next the Monkey Island series. Because that's a fun little game. Actually, I can wholeheartedly recommend that one. Interestingly enough, it's actually rather rare that I would recommend it. It's just, it's funny, it's not too long, doesn't overstay its welcome, so to speak. You can get through it, but if either A, you know the game, or B, you, like me, have notes from the days of yonder, then you can actually get through the game rather easily. Which is kinda nice. And it takes what, 3 hours, 4 hours or so. So yeah, all around pretty nice. Now, where is the little Lexi? Play, please. Please start. Now I did horrible things to you, but please start. That looks good, that looks good. Now before I'm gonna be optimistic about it, I'm gonna check if it's actually did everything I wanted to. Yada 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 yada, that's all the stuff I get from just the goddamn game, yes I know. Where are the other ones? That one, that one. Yes, that one is installed, nice. And that one, oh god bless you. That one is really important. Something you will see a bit later. Now, let me actually see if I can change your view around. It should work. Haha, it works. Nice. Let me once again open this one so I can actually see something myself. And yeah. Now then, hello there. You might be wondering why the fucking hell this has taken so goddamn long, over 15 minutes of waiting. But there's a reason for that. You see, I started playing this game yesterday and I was like, this is pretty nice. I remember this game rather fondly. Well, then, after I went off and sat there for a while, I was like, yes, I also remember why I like this game, because I had the right mods for it. There are a few things in this game that can be quite annoying, without mods. So I spent the last 3 hours or so looking at different mods. Well, there are lots of fun ones that you can play around that are just there for your personal amusement. Especially if you are some 12-year-old who has never seen a woman naked, you can actually help yourself to a few mods in that direction. But as I'm a bit older and a bit too old to make that one fun, I actually decided to not do that, and I will explain along the way. Oh, we will actually start a new game. I know. We're losing so much progress. But now I'm gonna let you marvel once again at the intro. Maybe drink a bit of coffee along the way. Marvel at perfection. Ba, 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 ba.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it.
Can I join this club? Sounds cool.
They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. Until the Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten.
How sad.
We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long.
Bye-bye.
It may even be too late. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Yeah, I know you're all for the religion, but I'd kind of rather like to help myself. Thank you very much. Woohoo! Backgrounds! Nice. Now let's see. Woohoo! Look at this, I'm actually looking like a fucking noble. Well, that's actually just one part I really much like for pretty much immersion's sake, because why the hell would you, in your own keep, in pretty much times peace, run around fully armored? Do you know how much of pain it is to wear the goddamn armor? The weight alone is a pain in the ass. See? Even the females look like it. I don't think I've changed much about you. That still looks really, really horrible. I never liked Dross. Don't even know why, I just don't like them. Also, since we're starting new, I will actually have to recreate my little warrior bitch. So, you will female human noble. Or do I want to change things around? City elf. Dalish elf. That is going to be horrible for your feet. Running around everywhere. Bare feet. Yeah. I'm sure there are fetishists out for that too. So, we'll actually become Sin-armed mighty warrior.
Greetings.
Yeah, greetings yourself. Now let's see here, right, that's the option where you can look like a goddamn zombie. Let's not look like a goddamn zombie. I don't want to look like a goddamn zombie. It would be really strange when you play that one and then you look at the Gooseland family and be like, they're all white. My daughter's black. Dearest. Would you maybe shed some light on this one? Oh. That looks horrible. What kind of color did I have here? I don't think it was the green one. Oh, right, it was this one. Let's make it a nice tent one. Gonna work on that. Jesus, you look horrible. I still find this rather strange, honestly, for a warrior in a medieval setting, but okay, why not? Maybe I can still opt out for a career as a harlot somewhere. Alright, no hair. Right, that is very... everything just basically looks horrible, isn't it? Why yes, this is indeed why everything looks horrible. You know what, let's go for simple and easy. But nice. Absolutely natural color you have, my friend. Yeah, wait, give me the bigger ones, where I can actually look. Now, am I willing to change things around all that much? Honestly, not really. Maybe a bit less there.
No, it is gone!
Greetings. Greetings. Charmed.
I'm not.
Greetings.
How do you do? Damn, lost the spell! Not even a scratch! Coming through.
You all sound horrible.
Greetings. Ugh, my spell. My weapon does nothing. You're in my way.
Do we have something a bit more artificial? Yeah, interesting. Well, I could rename you to Elisa too, but you know what? It's just because I can. No, you're not supposed to know why and how that one is relevant. Yeah. You up, and you up. Because I'm gonna be once again trying to use a very, very big weapon, which also means I will actually need a tank, because damn hell, I'm not gonna be good at it. Give me coercion, please. I like to curse people. Basically, in rules since the day past, because your main protagonist is probably the one who's going to be doing lots and lots of talkies, that you would have a main character that can actually do the talkies, and well, yeah. Actually a pretty damn obvious thing when you think about it. That's good. And then please give me... yeah, the pommel strike. I like my pommel strike. It is nasty. Difficulty. Let's once again give me the normal one. Because I don't want to play anything else.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance.
Sure.
When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True. Though we both had less grey in our hair then. And we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry,
good
but
point.
I didn't see you there. How? You remember my daughter?
I see she's become a lovely young woman. Pleased to see you again, my dear.
Yeah, don't I look lovely? It took me a whole... not even 2 minutes to set that up. That much how invested we are here. Sure. Let's be
My
nice to you
son
guys.
Thomas asked after you. Perhaps I should bring him with me next time. Ha! To what end? She says. So glib, too. She's just like her mother when she talks like that.
See what I contend with, Hal? There is no telling my fierce girl anything these days. Make her bless her heart.
Better
No
that,
doubt because you've trained her as a warrior. How unique.
isn't it?
At any rate, Pup, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle.
Nice. Backline duty. Sounds relaxing. I like it. Then again, I would rather
I'm
really
certain
like...
you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going.
You don't sit me, I'll kill you. Sure, that's reasonable thing to say mid-conversation with your father. Okay, you don't want to give me what I want? I'll kill you. No.
I doubt that. You know your mother, and she made it clear there is no debate. This is no needless task. I ask you to take a great responsibility. Only a
Yeah,
token
whatever he
force
was
is
told.
remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away. Yes?
Let's see, they're very
There's
well
also
behaved.
someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
Why are
It
you
is an
hitting your
honor to
chest
be a
and then
guest
start
within your
moving?
hall, Tyrn Kuth.
Could you not do this a
Your
bit more?
lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have
You
the
sound
pleasure
so
of seeing one in
goddamn
person,
slimy.
that's true.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I hope.
Let's be
They are the heroes
very
of
nice.
legend, who ended the Blights and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your daughter is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is my daughter we're talking about.
I like
I've
that
not
idea.
so many children that I'll gladly see them all off to battle. Unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription.
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Don't worry, the problem will solve
Can
itself.
you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone?
Yeah, sure,
In
of
the
course.
meantime, find Fergus and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me.
Well, then where is he?
Upstairs in his chambers, no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lass and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
Sure. We can take care of that. Ah, I must admit the dress looks rather nice. Kinda nice. No.
Greetings, my lady. You are the Terran's daughter, are you not? I am a member of Arlhal's personal guard. The rest of the Arl's forces are expected tonight.
I don't like you in my
understand
castle.
You shall take charge of your father's castle once we march. I apologize. Good evening, my lady.
What the hell are you picking up? Strange guy. Oh, let's not be bothered with this. Well, would appear it's midday, which makes it even more confusing because,
Got it.
see, that's just very nice. Oh god, I love it. Yes, this is indeed very nice. Oh god, I'm goddamn grateful for that little mod. Ah,
I'll get on it.
damn. No, don't worry, this is going to get a lot more realistic once I actually pick up a weapon and put it in my hand. But still, it's very nice indeed. Well, not much here, eh? Wait, there's a book.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Oh, come on. Shut up about your goddamn ladder all the time.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive
That
us
woman
all.
and her goddamn ladder.
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
Sure, let's be a nice girl.
Call me Malol. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all. Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need.
Yes, time of need, all of that. Watch over us all and all of that.
Let no man have cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return.
That won't really help them when they're dying in droves. Forgive us all.
I'll be keeping a vigil tonight. You're welcome to come. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse
Maybe
me.
I've become a bit more cynical along the way, but you know, religion just doesn't do it for me anymore. Well, thank you.
It's the least I could do. If the worst comes to pass, child, take comfort in knowing that the Maker's will takes many forms.
Well, how very
Just hope once
satisfying.
the soldiers have departed.
If my whole family dies, I should just be like, well, Maker wills it. I shall accept it. No way in hell are you going to be dead. And let's not even make sure about it, it's just cold-hearted.
Good evening, milady.
Good evening indeed. Break the door. Bam! With my awesome fist of
I'll get on it.
awesomeness, can't even call it anything else, I am more than capable of breaking stuff. Okay, now I've got a mace. That's actually good. Let me actually equip a weapon so it doesn't look... Also, well, you look horrible in bigger, but at least I can now actually read the text without ruining my eyes. I've got a ceremonial dagger. You know what? Sure, that's... the dagger still looks pretty damn big. Should have actually taken note of it. Can I actually now get into the treasury beforehand? That would be fucking interesting.
Oh, my lady, we were just,
No.
Well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here. We
Yeah, don't worry.
appreciate that, my lady. Thank you.
No reason to be a stickler for the rules when it's so peaceful. Nope. That's a good mod, I must admit. Because it would be really stupid if you could actually break the flow.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah. Well, hello to you too.
Pardon my abruptness, my lady. It's simply that I've been looking everywhere for you.
You knew
I
where I
fear
was,
your
you
hound has
idiot.
the kitchen's in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave. No matter how the maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. He'll listen to his mistress, but anyone else risks having an arm bitten off.
That's a good doggy. So, let's
That
go
would be
collect him.
wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say.
But that's the
Of
good
course,
thing
it
about
means
dogs,
he's
you know.
easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we? Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Oh, very
Good
nice.
evening, my lady.
But before we do that, we are going to go in here and look for stuff. Because why not? Books. Free XP. Who could say no? It's a very good deal. It's even better because I don't need to actually read the books to get my XP. What a nice deal that is.
Hello, my dear
What was
girl.
it about you?
By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Great.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boy, it's my
Boys,
history, you
are
asshole.
referring to the Kuslands, the very family in whose castle you live. Show some respect. Perhaps you could help me with that. Might you join me in teaching this lesson?
Oh, god damn it. Certainly, I'd be
Wonderful.
very happy to do so.
Kusland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
When was
Records
Orlean
are
founded?
vague,
That's a good question.
But the Kuslans became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
Sure.
Every day I pray to the Maker that my lessons will stick, and every day he tasks me anew. At that time, your family held only the
Old man.
minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Kusland organized a curfew and patrols within the city.
Doesn't
Several
sound
other local
very
bands
heroic,
supported his
but okay.
efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
Yes, yes.
I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young lady.
I suddenly feel the need to stab you repeatedly.
A pity you don't spend the same care whetting the edge of your mind as your tongue. At any rate, your family has held the Ternier of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact, Tierna Elethea Kusland battled Calenhad to maintain High Ever's independence.
Sounds like a very bad idea.
The Kuslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached High Ever, Tierna
upset, King.
Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won. Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated,
The children are totally
Calenhad asked
spacing
her
out.
to swear
Like,
fealty.
I don't hear
The
anything.
boulder where they held council still stands today as a memorial of that event.
How very nice. Do we attract tourists like that? Are we selling cheap little boulders, figures or something?
The history between the Kuslands and the House reaches back to the Orlesian occupation.
Well, great times for all, eh?
During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near High Ever. Port village of Harper's Ford was the Ternier's center. Its Arl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather openly supported the rebellion, but Howe sided with Orlais. Your family was forced to seize Harper's Ford before it was all over.
Nice, so we beat them.
Your grandfather couldn't afford to lose Harper's Ford. In keeping the town, your family drove Orlais from its lands.
Nice.
The Howes eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Loghain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan, to fight the Darkspawn.
You sounds like nothing
Thank
changed.
you for indulging an old man.
Yeah.
Does that mean we have to listen to you now?
You
Silence.
already needed
I will
to.
not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself for all the good I'm doing.
Well, strange old man indeed. Strange old man. But and we're learning lots and lots and lots of new things. I haven't played this game in so long. Actually, kind of nice to get a bit of a refresher.
Got it.
Not that I'm going to bother reading all of the codex entries because, Jesus, no. I have time, not that much time. How did the map work? This was on a map button. M as a map button, that's just good manners. Not like some other games who hide it in their main menu or somewhere, like the idiots they are. Okay. Servants. Who would want to speak to servants? Just beat it. Damn it, we lost the loot. But you know, it's a fair deal. After all, as a warrior, I don't really have many options to open chests otherwise. I think the only thing that I might actually want to change in the near future would be the whole thing with these, you know. Can I look a bit rotten? A bit too often for my taste. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand where they are coming from and what they are actually trying to make here, but I just don't like it. Are you locked? You're not gonna be locked any longer.
Got it.
Damn. Ah. That's just nice. Which also means that you're not necessarily forced to take on any roguish character with you if you don't want to. But there's a lot of screaming in the background.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves.
Jesus, man. Don't go that far.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down.
I'll put you down, bitch. Don't talk smack about my poor little doggy. Right, he's not a mongrel.
A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh, come on.
Oh dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the Turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
And please, we'll get the dog.
As if you would quit, bitch. You've been here for
Just get him
years
gone.
upon
I've enough
years.
to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Yeah, let me go in there. Hello, doggy.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
Well, you look happy.
Oh, encourage the hound, why don't you? No wonder he keeps giving Nan fits.
You want to tell me something,
It
aren't
does
you?
seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
Yes.
Bet you I can hit it in 2 blows.
Hey, my mighty little dagger, right to the face. Ah, giant rats. Oh, rats in general. What a classic.
No chance at all.
It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound
Yeah,
must have chased them
kinda,
through
yes.
their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all.
See, he's a good boy. Absolutely.
I've seen larger. They come up from the Kakari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
Whoop. We've done well. Taking care of all the business here. Let's plunder.
Alright, alright.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
What?
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead. Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with.
Oh, come on. Look how nice he looks.
Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms.
I don't believe you.
Here then. Take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lady. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
Well, so far so good. Now that we got that out of the way, let's move actually along. After all, we want to get finished with the
And my
tutorial.
dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my lovely daughter. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
Yeah, sure. Nan's head exploded my own the kitchen stuff.
You've
Oh,
always had a way
Jesus.
with her. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
No, I
think
don't.
we last met at your mother's spring salon. You're too kind, dear girl. Didn't I spend half the salon trying to convince you to marry my son?
You did?
And made a very poor case for it, I might add.
You remember my son, Dyron? He's not married yet either.
Don't listen to her. It's good to see you again, milady. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
Hello?
It is a great pleasure, my lady. You are as pretty as your mother describes.
And she says that after seeing you whacking stuffed men in the courtyard, sweating like a mule.
Your daughter's prowess with the blade is most impressive.
I was quite the battle maiden myself in my day. But I think it was the softer arts that helped me land a husband. All evidence to the contrary.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Nice. I can see myself
Good
getting a
evening,
date.
your ladyship.
You just wait a second, Mother. I need to take care of some minor business. Now, let's see if we can find... Who cares about that? Hello there, elf.
That is a wonderful dog. He seems very noble and intelligent.
Doesn't he? Doesn't he?
Greetings once again, my lady. Farewell, my lady. Good luck on managing this castle in the coming months. I imagine it shall be very difficult.
That was not what I was actually going
Greetings
for.
once again, my lady. My lady is very kind. Thank you.
Come on, let's put it on really, really big.
My family has been in service to hers for many years. Lady Landra elevated my place as a reward for our loyalty. I hope this position might pass to my daughter.
Hereditary, is it? Very interesting. Yeah. You have a daughter.
Forgive me, I shouldn't have mentioned her.
Oh, tell me more.
Her name is Amathine. Her father died of a wasting sickness 2 years ago. Amathine is my life. You will know when you have children. This is why your mother protects you from the coming battle.
Let's continue being...
Many people say she looks a great deal like me. I'm the only one who sees her father in her.
Come on, I'm putting on really thick here. Don't you understand what I'm going for?
I have risen very high for my people. I would not tempt fate by wishing more.
Wouldn't? Well, that explains why elves are so much down in the dumps. When you stop wishing for reaching higher, you kinda stop doing it. Surprisingly.
Lady Landra is good to her elven servants. That is not true in many households, but I hear it is in yours. It speaks well of your father to show such compassion. Lady Landra has been very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, I see that you have no ladies in waiting. Is this usual for a noblewoman of your rank? You are very kind,
wink.
my lady. I am nobody special. You make me blush.
Well, that was the whole plan, you know?
I am an open book, my lady. What would you like to know? No longer. I have little time for such things.
Nice. Means I'm not even going to break any rules here.
You flatter me, my lady. I am not so pretty that suitors are lining up, if that's what you mean. Lady Landra's manor is not half so large as your castle, so my family lives in the alienage. There, we do not stand out quite so much. In an alienage, my daughter learns what it means to be elven, as much as possible. So much of our history has been lost.
Yeah, apparently she's learning about not actually wishing for anything. Well, higher in life. That's
That is an awkward question. What do you mean? Some humans, yes, without question.
You catching my drift, little lady?
Of course. Are we doing just that? What else did you have in mind? I see. I think I might like that. If I come to your door once everyone is asleep, would that be agreeable, my lady?
Sure.
Until tonight, then.
Nice. Nothing but a good date to look forward to. So now that we've actually landed ourselves a date, let's actually continue on our little original quest.
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
Yeah, I had bigger fish to catch there, you know?
Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Maybe.
There's enough here at the castle to occupy you. I don't need you off chasing danger like your brother. If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana. I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off, but we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you?
No, I'm not willing to understand that.
It's in the Maker's hands now, and we must cope as best we can.
Damn it.
As do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me, but it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty, and we have ours.
Yeah, god damn it.
For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate, and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority. Good. I was worried you might be nervous about running the castle alone.
No, not in the slightest.
I love you, my darling girl.
But especially since I already played this part yesterday, so I damn well know I will not need to worry that much about it managing my goddamn castle.
Indeed. I turned around and here you are, a fine woman in your own right.
With a terrible sense of makeup, yes.
Like it. Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.
Well, let's not care about it too much, eh?
Now's better than later.
Ah. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-da.
Good evening, my lady.
And a good evening to you too, my friend. Good evening indeed. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, that's the way forward. That door. You know, door, you kinda lost some textures along the way.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Ah, god damn it, woman, shut up about your goddamn ladder. Nobody cares about your ladder.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise.
I'll be able to handle that.
You know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth.
That's what you say.
Here's my little sister to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
He is as mortal as anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim. I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
Won't it be?
In Antiva, a woman fighting in battle would be unthinkable.
Is that so? I always heard Antivan women were quite dangerous.
With kindness and poison only, my husband.
This from the woman who serves me my tea. If it's any consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Nah.
Oren, griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come? Oh, if I were a Grey Warden, little sister, I'd have my eye on you. Not that father would ever allow it.
What's that?
Word from the south is that the battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
I'll see for myself soon enough. Pray for me, love, and I'll be back within a month or two.
Well, I kinda doubt that.
Then the Isle's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
I keep telling you, no Darkspawn will ever best me.
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
Yeah, I'm sure the
Bring us
Maker's
some
gonna
ale
do
and
this.
wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Orin. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. It's like living with a pair of small boys. Thankfully, I have a daughter.
Who's
I'll
not
miss
any
you, mother
better.
dear. You'll take care of her, sister, won't you?
Oh, good. How thrilling to know I'm so well taken care of.
Isn't it?
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Getting sent to bed early, are we? What? You saucy minx.
Fergus, really?
It's the elven lass that arrived with Lady Landra, isn't it? Don't you tell me it isn't. At any rate, I'll miss you. Take care of everyone, and be here when I get back.
Sure. I'll be somewhere.
Mama says you're going to be watching over us while Papa is gone. Is that true, Auntie? What if the castle is attacked? Will there be dragons?
I don't
Dragons
hope
are
so.
terrible creatures, Orin. They eat people.
Yeah, I want to see one.
This is your influence, Fergus.
Well?
What? I didn't say anything.
Are you going to teach me to use a sword, Auntie? Then I can fight evil too.
Sure.
That dire bunny. Oh, Darkspawn, fear my sword of truthiness.
We're teaching him about honesty.
Don't worry, son. You'll get to see a
Truthiness.
sword up
Okay.
close real soon. I promise.
I mean, you can look on my back, you know? I mean, it's technically a dagger, but considering how long it is, I'd say it's a sword.
If you should need any assistance in the coming
Best
days,
do as your father
I would
says.
be
You should be on your way, pup.
I will see you in the morning.
Long day ahead tomorrow. When the king demands it. In fact, not sending our forces south would be a distinctly bad idea.
You think so?
Don't worry, pup. You shouldn't see many problems, but I want you to prepare the men left here. In
Kinda
case.
disagree on that one, but yeah, you know.
Legends of the Blights tell of horrible things. These Darkspawn once threatened many lands. If we can't hold them, you must prepare for the worst. I trust you to do what is best.
Sure.
Don't be afraid to ask your mother's advice. She's Ferelden-born, strong, just as you are. But let's not speak of ominous things. We shall assume that all will go well, and the Maker will watch over us.
Yeah,
I know that you're doing
kinda not
You've
believing
grown
it.
into a sensible woman. That much is clear.
Sensible. Sure. Something like that. Well then, time for horrible things to happen. Well, I'm naked and unarmed. That is not good.
Your hound is making so much noise. He seems so angry. I thought I heard yelling when I woke up, but now I hear nothing.
Sounds bad. Very bad indeed. Maybe someone should go check that out.
I'm gonna see if someone's in the hall.
You will regret that. Yes, you do. Now then. I'm apparently naked, unarmed, and I don't have anything in my equipment. Well... no reason to fear. I can beat you with my bare hands. Well, this is going to take a while. You really can't decide what to do, eh? Ah, barehanded justice. Those are lots of misses. Come in, let the dog fight through. This is going to take far too long otherwise. Well, no, you're actually getting rather hurt there. Well. Ow. Let's actually equip stuff again. Ceremonial dagger. Ceremonial longsword. I would very much like to have a bigger sword. Ooh, that looks nice. Alright, it's the stuff you get for all the all DLC stuff. Jesus, that takes a lot of stuff. Increased monetary gains? Well, I'm not even going to think about it for very long. Increases monetary gains. Yeah. Combat, Constitution. Constitution sounds nice. Ah, if I have them in my inventory, why not make use of them? Good. I'm equipped. With stuff. I actually look like a warrior. This is gonna take a while. Well, that's what I thought, and then I died. Might have to look at that. Alright, now that I look at it, I can actually level up. Should maybe have done this beforehand. No, Doc, I'm fully trusting in your ability here. What do we actually have? Roll at him. Come on, win this one for me. As I'm busy laying around and being dead.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt?
Somewhat.
Oh dear, that can't all be your blood. We have bandages here. I'll get them. The scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Howl's men. Why would they attack us?
Because he's an asshole. What do you expect? Have you looked at that slimy bastard?
You don't think Howl's men were delayed? On purpose? That bastard. I'll cut his lying throat myself. Have you
That
seen your
sounds like a
father?
good plan.
He never came to bed. We must find him.
Good idea.
And trust his mercy. What if the soldiers went into your brother's room first? Let's check on them quickly. Then we'll look for Bryce downstairs.
Sure. We'll take care of that at some point. Let me just plunder a bit. Oh, I'm still a dog.
Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling.
Can I get you a ladder so you
Some
can
of
get
your
off my
father's
back?
belongings are in that trunk.
All right, all right.
Now, who do I actually get? Yes, I get a great sword. That's nice. I like great swords. They are great. Now, as for you, you can get this one and this one. Now we should actually level up. What? Yes, I want my cunning up because I want to actually get the talkie-talkies. That would be very nice. And the dog. Since there's nothing in my room. Well.
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
Good question.
I was not even taking hostages. He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go. I don't want to see this.
Well, horrible indeed. Let's just ignore this and continue on. Hello. Hammer strike. Definitely need more abilities.
All right.
You all got nice little stuff on you. Shame if somebody stole it from you, eh?
I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Come to me. If she hadn't been here.
Well, yeah, if, should, maybe, could, you know, it's all very nice and all. But it doesn't help. Weapon are you? Yes. Into the fray we go.
Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere.
Everywhere.
The front gates. That's where your father must be.
Okay, that's risky.
I have my treasury key. We could go there first and take the Kuslan sword from the vault. If anything is worth fighting to keep out of Hal's hands, it's that sword. But it may be a dangerous path.
Dangerous? You mean full of little XP bags? Huh?
If Hal's men are inside, they must already control the castle. We must use the servants entering the larder to escape. Do you hear me? Then survive and visit vengeance upon him.
Vengeance sounds good.
All right.
Dead people everywhere.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
Shut up, you idiot. Fight.
Yes, my lady. Here they come!
Go in there, fight! Fight like you mean it! We're getting kind of surrounded. Technically speaking, that is not a very good way to fight. Yes. Going for the overkill, eh? Set for dogs. We got dogs too. They got mages. And I'm going to die. This continues. Now gives us a good opportunity to run away. Do I actually have something to heal myself with? I have. Might want to make use of that.
I'm gonna take you with me.
Well, I guess I actually need to heal myself a bit. Is it?
I love how desperate you are. You're pathetic.
I really don't see your strength failing. But everybody seems a bit down. That's not really a good state to be in. Well then. I think we've got everybody. Jesus. That was bloody. Ah, time to collect some stuff. Yeah, it would be a shame if somebody... Oh. Oh. Just wanted to attack your back. I see no reason why you should actually fight back for this. That's not very nice of you. I do like the power strike. Yeah, that's like the healthy one. This is very much more like a preferred numerical advantage. I take it. And maybe a bit of an overkill there. Jesus, where did you come from? I don't like enemies spawning out of nowhere. Also, I don't like the odds here. There we go. It is... If no one's getting out alive, we'll be dead too, my dear little main protagonist. Also, why are you guys just watching? Is it that much fun to watch me? Jesus. Hey, plunder this one. Plunder this one. Well, dear mother of mine, you feeling better? Oh, you're dead.
You will be avenged, old sage. I swear it.
Yes, yes. At a later date, as usual. Ooh. Use the big key. Yes, you're just going to follow me and then you're not going to fight, but just watch me fight. I've seen your little scheme here. Now then, into the treasury we go.
We're getting close to the treasury. The Kuzlan family blade lies inside.
I know.
Use that key I gave you. That blade cannot fall into Hao's hands.
I was just trying to do that, mother. You'd be surprised.
Got it.
Ooh, an axe. I'd want to try out an axe.
Alright.
And that's the family sword, and it's a long sword, so it's not really useful for me and my plans. Oh well. Einer sah that one coming, they're more on the knightly side of things. Oh, that's an obnoxious leveling up effect. And I forgot that that was the thing. Boy, don't run away. See, the guard's absolutely useful. They're just standing there watching. Oh well. Ooh, corpse. I like corpses. They have stuff on them. I very much like me stuff.
I pray that Mother Malal has escaped.
Oh, you're shame somebody just got a bit into the fray here. Down you go. Can I reach you? No, I actually have to go all the way around. Crap walk there, but it worked. Okay, down we go. Again.
Together we shall leave this place.
More stuff to plunder.
Alright. I'll get on it.
Take that, I'll take that. I've taken all the good stuff. Now I've got even more guards that are not gonna do anything because, well,
I see enemies ahead.
why the hell should they? See, they're just running past. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Apparently we need to deal with everybody ourselves here. You will go down, believe me. You guys, seriously. Could you maybe, at some point, in the near future... Ah, let's actually level up here. I can actually take that out of my mind. You know what, I feel like a bit of constitution would be very nice. Nice. I can get even better. Making people do what I tell them. And that also means I can actually get this one, yeah? Mighty blow. Yeah, so strike, gaining bonus attack, it hits, now it's critical damage. Sure. Alright, I can actually get rid of that one. And my doggy too. What more can you do? Stunning people? Oh, try to kill some of them. Yeah, try the stunning thing. To the fray we go again. Hello. Mighty blow. Oop. Well, stunned. That's not good. Nope. Bit too late there. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna be the dog. Jesus, that's quite a range for a stun. If that was its stun hitting. Oh, I always wanted to be a dog. Seems like a quite nice life. But we don't number, my friend.
Man the gate! Keep those bastards out as long as you can!
Doesn't sound like a winning strategy, my friend.
My lady, you're both alive! I was certain Howe's men had gotten through.
They killed Oriana and Oren. I can't believe... Are you injured?
Don't worry about me, ladyship. Thank the Maker you two are unharmed. When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Howe's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly. When I last saw the Terran, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
See stuff. Okay. You won't have nice stuff. You won't have nice stuff.
Got it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Stamina road. Yeah. What do you?
Alright.
More stuff.
Got it.
Even more stuff. Got all the stuff? Not. There's something left here. Don't want to leave that one behind. The game saves. That's usually not something I like to do. Ooh, that was a nice hit. And now you're just going to stand there? No, we're actually running somewhere. And so you two guys, why don't you go somewhere else? You are proven to be not all that useful. And that's putting it mildly.
We must get out! They're slaughtering everyone!
Yes, they do. But don't worry, it could be worse. Jesus, I'm not going to fight there. Hey, look, he's actually doing something. Oh, very nice of him. That's a rare. Yes, indeed. Oh. That didn't hit much. Now, guards, I will admit I need to update my opinion about you. We actually did fight. For once. I'm okay with that. Even if you aren't that useful usually. I'm totally okay with that. I must admit, I actually become rather interested in these mighty blow, singly blow. And I like it. Leaving one little knight. Oh, apparently I need more stamina. Hey, don't pummel strike me, asshole. That's my move. I'm gonna really pummel strike you. Oh, damn it, he resisted. That's not very nice of you. Jesus, you are pretty damn tough cookie. Well, and you kinda lost your head there. Well. Wouldn't want to leave you behind. Di-da-di-da-di-da. Something in here? Ooh.
Now's better than later.
A sack. A whole sack. That's not very much. Well, everybody's dead. That was interesting. Bit of shuffling around there. Or entering. I don't know why you did it, but okay.
I was
Bryce,
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
We don't
Owl's
know.
men found me first.
What for a goddamn
Almost
stupid question was
did me
that?
in right there.
Well.
He can't get away with this. The king will...
Bryce,
You're gonna
we must
die.
get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think. Ah, my darling girl. If only Will could make it so.
Once Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Burgess.
Yikes, that doesn't
Tell
sound like a
him what
nice
has
conversation. Like, yo, brother, long time no see. Oh, just to inform you, your wife, your son, and all of that, yeah, they're kinda dead.
Yes.
Vengeance.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
That's
I'm
it.
afraid the turn is correct. House men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
Oh no. Wait.
You are
What's that?
Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My daughter helped me get here. Make her be praised.
I am not surprised.
Yeah, I'm just that good. Don't mention to him how I died like 2 or 3 times along the way. No, that never happened. Yeah. Can you do something about that little slimy asshole?
Not here. There are too many men, and they seem as willing to kill me as they are all of you. Flight is the only option.
Whatever is
Yeah,
to be
but
done
it's
now,
lame.
it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, I beg you. Take my wife and daughter to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Oh, god damn it.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
Yeah, just give me the sidelong glance and be like,
You fought your way to me through Howe's men. I think the Maker's intention is clear. I will take the Tyrna and your daughter to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then your daughter joins the Grey Wardens.
Let me just reiterate my point. I died along the way a few times. I mean, not to the whole point of group wide, but
within the Grey Wardens, fight with us. We will inform the king, and he will punish Howe. I'm sorry, but a Grey Warden's duties take precedence even over vengeance.
Howe thinks he'll use the chaos to advance himself. Make him wrong, bub. See that justice is done. Our family
sure.
always does our
We'll
duty
take care of
first.
it.
The Darkspawn must be defeated. You must go. For your own sake and for Ferelden's.
Jesus. You like to put the bar rather high, don't you, dear father? Well, sure.
We must leave quickly then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our daughter will not die of Howe's treachery. She will live and make her mark on the world.
Darling,
yeah, something like that.
Go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
We will die horribly along the way, don't we? Yes, we will.
Every bastard
Indeed.
that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you. My place is with your father. At his side to death and beyond.
I'm so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
I mean, you could maybe do something more, you know, but... Well, okay. If you want to die, sure.
You know that we love you both. You do us proud.
But I guess that was the
Broken
gate.
through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
Well, see you later, I guess. Don't worry. I'm pretty damn sure I will die somewhere along the way. Relatively sure there. I'm pretty good at that. Doesn't really help that I don't really remember much about this
We
game.
will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Well, that sounds
Oh there,
bad.
Duncan.
King Cailan. I didn't expect
A royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you.
Yeah,
Your
sure.
Majesty.
Very, very
No need,
promising.
Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
Let me think. He's a king, so we should probably be a bit nice.
Your brother has already arrived with Highever's men, but we are still awaiting your father.
I think you're gonna wait a long, long while for that.
Oh? Well, nothing's happened to Bryce, I hope. Has he fallen ill?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken Highever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
Nice. That's what I like to hear. Thank you
No
very
doubt
much.
you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
No.
We are all in danger, my friend. Nothing can be done until your brother returns, and that will not be until the battle is over. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
Well, sure. That's what I can do. So long as we get the
I'm sorry to cut
slimy
this
bitch.
short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different. Overconfident, some would say. Right, Duncan?
Your Majesty, I'm not certain the Blight can be ended quite as quickly as you might wish.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Isn't that very good for us?
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do.
He's not really happy about it, is he?
Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Well. Dead King, though. He's
What the king said
trying
is
really
true.
hard, eh?
They've won several
Bit of a
battles
chat
against
guy.
the Darkspawn here.
More into doing everything personally instead of going the good old way of using strategies, tactics and all of that. Yeah, I think we can get along on that one. Not very good at it either.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us.
Oh no.
I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling. Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can, and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To
Loghain.
that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden.
Okay.
The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
My memory isn't the best one. I kinda remember that one. Kinda remember that ending. Rather horrible. Yeah. I do believe so. It's actually rather refreshing to not remember much about the game.
The Joining is dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary. No, there are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive. You heard what the king said. He is scouting in the wilds and beyond contact. Be patient.
Why are your scouts beyond contact? That's not really good. What if something happens to them? Shouldn't you set up maybe some relay system where you send back a scout every now and then to make sure information gets exchanged or something?
In the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business.
Don't take my hound from me.
The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Damn it, he's taking my hound with him. Jesus. Oh, well, we also got to level up for that. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's all the warrior simile pops. What can I learn here? Powerful swings. Character protect the muscle damage thing, and it was the damage with every kind of attack and defense. It's to lens reduces the penalties. Well, that's fine, right? Actually, reason but I'll get that later. Indomitable. If the remains of on the battlefield, gaining slight increase to attack damage, but being immune to stun and knockdown effects for the duration of this mode. Okay. That sounds all rather nice. It's kinda nice. But that's not something we want to do, is it? Certainly no. We are more on the damage dealing side of things with a two-handed sword and not really the tanky one. But that's definitely close tent. Well, that seems useful. Damage with resistance and bonus to critical hit chance. If enemies above 2 DD warriors engaging. Yeah, it could also be useful. So the way it's a long story to go, I suppose. Yeah, but I actually want to try this one out first. So, it. And since it is age-old tradition when it comes to, well, pretty much any RPG, instead of going where you're supposed to do, go and do what you're supposed to do. That's what I tried to say there, until I lost my train of thought.
Make her watch over
You're far better off looking around everywhere. There could be stuff to loot, like this one. It's a bunch of sacks, but you know. And, it's ground. Don't care. At the end of the day, I can say I've got it. I can see that fruit.
Alright, alright.
And you walked right into that tree. And still, I mean, graphically speaking, this game is definitely not much for beauty anymore. But absolutely serviceable, if you ask me. Actually, I want to think about it. I'm sure there are by now mods to enhance the textures and all of that, but I usually don't bother with that all that much. The only thing I'm actually thinking about adding is a bit about the teeth. I mean, you kind of get used to it, and after a while you don't really see it anymore, but... I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have the whitest, shiniest teeth in all the world, for sure. But,
Today, 2 units of men arrived every hour, and they expect to double that tomorrow.
even my teeth don't look that bad. I've pretty much done a lot of things to make it worse for my poor little
Tower
teeth.
of Ishal is off limits. The men stationed inside are securing it now.
Okay, what is
I
this
think they
tower?
used it once to watch for wilders coming out of the forest.
And why?
By orders of Tairn
You
Loghain.
locked it?
The tower
Okay.
is being secured by his men to be used during battle. I'm told they discovered some lower chambers, and they don't know how far down they go, so for now, everyone's to stay out.
Okay, lower
I didn't
chambers.
see anything like that when I was there, but who knows?
But
Goes
get
back to
them
the
out,
time
yeah?
of the Tevinter Imperium. Dwarven make. That's probably why it's still standing. Make her speed your steps.
Well, okay, I will give this one to the Rouse. They do make things to last very, very long. In very many cases, even longer than the goddamn drafts themselves. They have a tendency to dig too deep, you know, and awaken stuff that's better left sleeping. So I guess the idea here would be to funnel the enemy in here from up north down in here. Okay, that sounds like a reasonable idea. Reasonable enough, that is.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Keep 60, range person. Sustained. So if I activate this, it's going to stay on. Okay, just eating my stamina, basically. Okay, then that's how that worked. Let me put that somewhere else before I'm getting confused. Now I'm indomitable.
This place hasn't
Dum
seen
dum
such muscle
dum.
in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere? Not far. It's straight ahead, just past the royal encampment.
Nice.
Most of your fellas are in the valley with the army, but the recruits seem to be staying up here for now.
Okay, okay.
Try heading north. I think he was sent with a message to the mages. Used to be a fortress a long time
Tell me
ago, so
about
I
it.
understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Loghain's closed it off until the battle. This side is the
that we
King's
heard
camp.
already.
We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Let me ask you an important question before we continue, my dear little guard. Why would you ever swing a dead cat around? You're trying out some nunchuck style thing there in your free time. That's not well on that one. Where is the
Probably in
king?
his tent. He and Tairn Loghain are on the southwest side of the camp. The king likes to spend time with his soldiers, though. Sometimes even without his bodyguard. Drives Teyrn Loghain wild, that does.
I can kind of see that on.
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Okay.
A few mages, yes. They even brought those creepy quiet fellows, the Tranquil. Gives me the shivers when they talk, all cold and even. They're to the north of here, bunched up with a herd of Templars.
I smell heresy
glaring at
everywhere.
them. Can't miss it. This is Ferelden, isn't it? The king has his kennels on the west side of camp. Stinks from all the hounds. These aren't cute puppies, though. Some of those dogs bite the darkspawn and get too much of that blood in them. It's like poison. Slow, painful death. Terrible.
If you already know that your dogs are, as their main attack mode, biting, and you also know that the blood of the darkspawn is poisonous, why do you use the dogs then? Are they that much of an strategic advantage to you that you would risk it? I mean, those are probably purebred things. That's pricey.
Go on, then. Good luck to you, then.
Well, I'm not the king here. I don't make the decisions. Well, that looks magical. You look big. Also, nice skirt. Now, no. Let me use the power of a map. Get an idea where everything is. That goes to the wilderness. That's the infirmary. The dog kennels. Quartermaster, that's the Magi. And up there's Alistair. Right, Alistair.
Greetings. King Cailan is not in his tent right now? I suppose I do. Though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
Realistically speaking,
That's how the Teyrn feels.
No.
He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
Oh.
She's the Teyrn's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it. As you wish.
Well, I mean, let me give you a bit of an idea about what it means to be king. From my own personal experience in Crusader Kings. It involves a lot of fucking around. And even more so, once you raise up to the eye, so I'm pretty sure the king has, you know, his fair number of indigressions going around.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked. Blessed are the peacekeepers.
How do you do?
The champions of the just.
Sure. You just keep praying.
We'll show these darkspawn they should
Ostagar
have
is a
remained
very
in the
defensible
past.
location.
You are Knight
Even
of
if the Horde
Fire. That's
outnumbers
where we
us,
come
we
from.
should
Why
see a
don't you
decisive
greet
victory.
me? That's not very nice of you. Oh, I'm getting a new message. Well, I guess it is the first of the new year. People are still busy going like, well, Happy New Year here, Happy New Year this, Happy New Year all around.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I can already tell that I'm going to get very, very annoyed with this goddamn bitch. Bitching about her goddamn ladder to get off her back all the goddamn time.
You
Alright.
approach the tent of Teyrn Loghain. State your business. How can you not know of Loghain?
New.
He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Teyrn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that.
Well, that's a
Without
success
Loghain,
story.
you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these darkspawn. He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activity. I suppose, as long as we talk quietly.
Nice.
He and the king have been arguing for days. The Teyrn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Teyrn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Teyrn Loghain tells him. Without the Teyrn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
Well, you are a man of the Teyrn, so I'm sure you're a bit biased there.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on then.
Nice. We get important.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume. Cailan's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary.
Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
That's interesting, actually.
The Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Cailan thinks. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Landsmeet? The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through.
That would be very
I
nice.
suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you? If Cailan has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
Don't worry, I'm not.
Then simply pray.
Nope, thank you very much. Praying is pretty damn useless. Instead of doing that, let's actually do something useful. Doggy! Well, he seems happy. Well, Duncan.
You found our tent, I see. Is there something you need?
No, I didn't found your tent. I found your giant goddamn fire.
Alistair can help you with those. I had hoped he would be back by now.
Okay, you're not going to talk to me. I understand. I get it. You don't like me.
It's good to have Grey Wardens amongst us.
Oh.
With their help, perhaps we can push these things back underground for good.
No, I don't think I can just...
Hail.
Well, yeah.
You're one of Duncan's new recruits, correct? I can't let you through to the Korcari Wilds until he gives the word.
Okay.
The Korcari Wilds is a dangerous place. More so now that it crawls with darkspawn. They say the Great Blight began deep within its forests.
Okay.
One of our scouting patrols has been gone for 3 days. We're taking bets on who got them first, the Darkspawn or the Witches of the Wilds. Oh, sure. There's an old legend in these parts about Flemeth, the apostate sorceress who conquered this area centuries ago. She united the chasing barbarians and invaded the farmlands. That's when the great hero, Cormac, destroyed her army with his. Took her head right off, so they say. Her daughters survived and became the Witches of the Wild. Tales tell of them plaguing this area since, mostly superstitions, stealing babies and spoiling milk. Only when it's dark and the wind is bad. No doubt those patrols met some darkspawn. That's enough for anyone to worry about. At any rate, that's why Duncan doesn't want you wandering out without his say-so.
Well, okay. If I'm not supposed to go out, I will not go out. I'm not that kind of guy.
You there, elf. What's your name?
Lead me to my
My
weapons
thirst for
darkspawn blood.
Go tell
Soon battle will be
Turnlogain that the
upon
war
us.
party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the Tern, I hope. Turnlogain has changed our scouting route a dozen times. If you're not from the Tern, what do you want? We're busy.
Oh, quite a friendly fellow, aren't you?
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors. Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
So you're berserkers.
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his. Then you are most fortunate. A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
Ah, it kind of was useful during our last battle.
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight. Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill. They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children. They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with Caddis, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same. Why? Would you steal our Caddis and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
Sure.
We would kill you if you tried. Even if you succeeded, the monsters would only offer death as your reward.
Oh, that's not very nice.
I am no bard, but I will do my best. Matthias was a Clane tribesman.
Also, this guy got
Some
chopped
said
off
he was
really
too
quick.
short to be a warrior, but he was strong and fierce. His chieftain sent him to the dwarves of Orzammar to negotiate an alliance, where he fell in love with the king's daughter, Skya, and brought her back to his
Talk
tribe.
about bad taste,
She
eh?
taught Matthias to use the dwarven battle wrath to summon his strength and ignore all pain. Matthias then taught this to the Clane, who made him their chieftain. Matthias's prowess earned him the love of Morrigannon, a beautiful chieftain of another tribe. When Skya learned of his seduction, she returned to her people. Matthias was grieved. He sent Morrigannon away, but this only vexed her, and began a long war between their tribes. In the end, Matthias slew Morrigannon in single combat. However, his wounds were great, and he perished when the rage ended. The dwarves came from Orzammar that day and gave Matthias an honored burial in the mountains. We live by his teachings even today. It is said that before the final battle, she returned to Matthias and gave him a shirt of dwarven chain, along with a final night of passion. Then she was gone forever. If she lived on in Orzammar, only the dwarven folk could say for certain.
Well, it's still in bad taste if you ask me, but, you know.
Matthias was a great man. I doubt I've done his tale justice. My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
Hello? I'm sorry, is there something you needed? I deliver messages around the camp. You have a message for me? Then what is... Oh, wait. Are you the one I'm supposed to give Sir Garland's sword to? Because I think the smith's done with it. Oh, that's such a relief. You really saved me from the switch for sure. I'd best get back to my duties again before I get in more trouble.
Thanks for the sword, you idiot. Well, and that's what happens when you just randomly decide that, well, he's running around. Be a good idea to stop him.
You may not want to remain here long, Lord.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
They are.
I saw them. We're gonna die.
We've got an
I
army.
apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds. Aside from his wounds, we're not sure. His blood is untainted. He's just terrified.
Well, okay.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree.
Jesus, you're a bit dramatic, aren't
Swallow
you?
us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
Bruno's like, yeah, you know what to say.
I don't want to see anymore. I close my eyes. Please just leave me be.
In the name of Andraste, I
Yes,
bless
it's
you
true.
today.
Now's
May
the
you
Thanks.
find
later.
favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
Oh, priest.
I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing? Then begone, heathen. That the Grey Wardens accept the likes of you is forever their greatest weakness.
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
Shut.
Welcome to the King's
Turn
camp.
Logain commanding the King's forces will surely have a decisive victory. The Turn is a legendary commander.
Well, okay, that was not enough. Ah, that was. Inventory phone. Well, you are named one. I should talk to you.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard
Alright, you're
about.
one of them.
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I was not aware they permitted women to join the Grey Wardens. None of those I've seen thus far have been. You obviously impressed Duncan, and that's enough for me. I hope
I
we're
am the
both
best.
lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance? I fought hard to get here. Impressing Duncan was not easy. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
No.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Well, we shall see, we shall see.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me. I doubt I'm that lucky. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you. All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
A prisoner, what do you expect? In an army camp.
Because you might want something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key.
Oh,
that's why I'm here.
got my interest.
I got one of them drunk, took his key and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water. I swallowed it. But it's come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
Yikes. I can imagine, yeah.
What? But you can't do that! Ah, God!
I can.
What? What in Andraste's name did you do that for?
Just
because you're a Grey Warden doesn't give you the right to go and kill anyone you please. Explain yourself. I suppose you did it there. Fair enough. Well, no skin off my teeth. When they ask me why he's dead, that's what I'll tell them.
Well, right. Tried to attack me. I had no choice.
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
What? Wasn't even there. Now, there's the quartermaster. That is somebody I would very much like to talk to. Right about now. I would like to sell some stuff.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
Can't say I have, no.
Blasted. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. No, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies? Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me.
Oh.
I can find it
No
myself.
FedEx quest.
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course, to keep morale up, you understand. Let me know what you'd like.
Let's see what I got. I need to get rid of some stuff. Like this one, for example. That actually looks useful to have around. That's family sword, maybe not. Well, that. Yes, we have a lot of long swords. Well, I don't think I'm actually ever going to use my noble attire again, so... Hardy well. You don't do anything, so you can go away. Anything here I want to say? Yes, you never use traps anyway. Do I need any of those for anything? You know, I'm gonna probably find more than enough along the way. I'm not all that worried yet. Oh, do you have anything interesting to sell? Athletics. I'm not tempted there. Let's not start off with that just yet. Leather. Curd leather. 3. A lot worse than my Silverite, Crucial and ceremonial stuff. I don't really think I need to change things around just yet. I don't really think so. Not even the heavy chainmail is actually as good.
Hello again. Is there something you need? So long as you keep it quiet.
Well, you said something about special supplies. Let me take a look here. What you... Well, I would very much like more health stuff, because I can see myself using that a lot. Okay, gains a small amount of health and a skew of up to 3 injuries as well. I have a few of those lesser variants. Should be more than enough, actually. Jesus, that's big. It is nice. But it would take fucking forever to actually use this. Or be able to use it better. To say. That one is worse. I mean, there's really no reason for me to buy any of that, I guess. But now I can pick up the stuff here. I kinda had to leave in there. Because, you know, never leave anything behind, item-wise. If you can't use it, you can sell it. You get more money. More money, always a good thing. Let me see here.
Excuse me, I must get the hounds ready for battle. Half the dogs are sick from Darkspawn blood. It's terrible.
And you can't even let me go in there to take a look at it, eh? Anything...
And if you go to stand beside the Maker, go with our blessing, for you shall not be forgotten. My friends, let us bow our heads and remember those who have
don't
fallen
listen to her,
and
listen to
those
me
who have
instead.
yet to fall.
I'm more important.
Greetings, young lady. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud.
Should I?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynne, one of the mages summoned by the king. Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact. Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp. Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade? Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City. Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least that's what the Chant of Light says.
And is that
true? It
true?
may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Yeah, good point, actually.
Advice? Never. You young ones know all there is to know about the world anyway. Why would you need advice from an elder? But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
Well, I'm sure he is, but not right now.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. The mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade. The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed, not even by Grey Wardens.
Oh, okay. You won't let me play with them? I guess I won't. Yeah, Quartermaster, I can see you have a chest sitting there. Would be a shame if somebody came around with a giant sword and hacked at it.
Well,
Who are you?
You're not what I thought you'd be. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit. I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
Ooh.
We're right on the northern edge of the Kukari Wilds here, miles and miles of savage country. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Excuse me.
Sounds like some kind of test. Maybe we'll hunt us a souvenir or two. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I guess you're the other candidate then.
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
I don't think I will need you for anything. You seem rather... well... let's just leave it at that.
That course of action is inadvisable. Welcome, young woman. I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity. Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared? It is dangerous beyond its power.
Yeah,
Those
who's
with
better than
magical
people?
talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous.
Well,
This
you
is
are
our
dangerous
curse.
to be fair.
Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
That seems like a fucking bad way.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role. You might feel differently were you a mage.
Yes, I would, obviously.
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware. You do? I feel nothing. As the name suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance? It is the practice of folding magical lyrium in. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of
I'm sorry, but that guy is just talking so goddamn slowly. I'm getting tired of it.
The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. Goodbye.
Goodbye indeed. Now,
All right.
That course of action
because I would
is
need to be a bit more sneaky about it. Okay, I get it. I'll be back once I become sneaky.
Hello again. Is there something you need?
Oh, I have
Some
somebody to
supplies,
sneak.
perhaps.
Would probably be better.
Let me know what you'd like.
Now then, let's see if I have anything else I want to. Short bow. You go. Get lost. It's the same I'm wearing. That's very good. I'm all for it. What the hell are you supposed to be? Okay, the business as well. Well, perhaps has less capable tune, sometimes we are 3 or 4 per finger. Ringo's experience point by 1%. It sounds really not worth it. What's this? 1 point to spend on skill. Okay, maybe I should actually use that. Nice. More stuff. Okay, get even better at coercion. Yes, get all cursed. Ha. Damn it. Yes, stuff, but I can't reach it. I don't like it. Well, War Council. There doesn't seem to be much around for it to be a War Council.
Now's better than later.
Don't mind me, I'm just breaking some.
May I fetch something for you?
Oh, sure. Bit of drink, maybe. Something like that. Would be nice. Well, there's a chest. I want that chest.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
Well, he's pissed off.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together. It's like a party. We could all stand in a circle and hold hands. That would give the Darkspawn something to think about. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Nope.
And that makes you Duncan's new recruit, I suppose. Glad to meet you. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining. Honestly, nothing. Try not to worry about it. It will just distract you. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is. True, but if you're here, what does that make you? Ouch. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started. With the mage, the Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
Thanks.
Not that that's all Templars do, but yes, the Chantry raised me until Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along.
It's not good.
Apparently they didn't get the same speech. Don't worry, I'll try not to embarrass you.
Oh god, I don't believe you 1 second.
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes, I have.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now. You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, Lead
See,
on.
I'm trying to be polite here. I knew it would come to this at some point.
Yes? As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan
That's
saw
how it
I
happens,
wasn't
you know,
happy.
sometimes.
Figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
Well,
it just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry. I spent years in that Chantry,
lots and
hopelessly
lots
resigned
of
to my
backstory,
fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me. Or maybe he just happens to be a good man. Don't worry. I'll try not to embarrass. What about?
Nope.
Then let's get...
You know, I'm not even going to bother with all the questions. I'm sure we can figure the most things out on our own. Now then, back to Duncan we go. Ooh, look, there's a raven. Potion of respecialization. That is something we have to use at some point. Oh, how are you equipped, my dear boy? Let's see if it's this is any better. Slow damage to Darkspawn. I still would say this one is probably better. Yeah, use that. Make yourself useful. There. Let's put you in the finest garbs I have. Yeah, you keep that one. You will have a belt. Now, do I actually have a helm for you? I do not. Well, it's just tough luck, I guess. Let's make actually a safe game. And for it, I shall take a little break. Oh, it's something to eat. Another pot of coffee, and then well, I guess we shall continue on this one because I actually want to see where this goes. Jesus, you really annoy me here. But on that very, very fruitful note, we'll see Drizzt again in around about an hour or two. So not too much time waiting. Until then.